All right, and I'm your host, Web C. And right away with me tonight, I got Jake Parrot, the Desert Rose, and we'll be waiting on other people to file into the show tonight. So we are starting off. Want to give that good rundown again on who can come in and go in the show that you'll see throughout the podcast. You'll see guys like Jake Parrott here. You'll see the Model Rocketeer. You'll see Andrew, the Wicked Wookie. You'll see our buddy Oni Mecca and our other buddy Hiko Nito. Not all of them might show up tonight, but we'll see some of them. So we're gonna have a good night. We're just gonna keep on moving through, doing some things. We're gonna start off with a sponsor supply drop with Jake Parrott, and I'm gonna go ahead and give Jake Parrott the big window.
All right, so my friends over at Clarksville Hobby gave me some cool stuff to show off tonight. And I'm going to start with this guy right here, the MS09F Dom Troppin. And we're going to be just straight building it for now, and then afterwards I'll pull out some water slides and we'll do some custom work on it.
All right, and that supply drop comes from Clarksville Hobby LLC, or Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. Let me make sure I say the full name, just so, because we're going to eventually get to the point where, man, we're just going to be calling Clarksville Hobby. We're going to do Clarksville Hobby, and then just pass on the quick link. You know what I mean? So, but yes, Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC is our sponsor supply drop, and it's super cool. I think that's a really cool kit. I like the bulky legs. It has a lot of options that you can eventually do, especially with all the other enriched versions of Xeon kits that you can go through and come up with different modifications for those big bell-bottomed legs. Those are awesome.
Well, my favorite thing about this guy is there's a lot of room on him. There's a lot of retail, as I like to call it, for just water slides and stuff. So like kind of how I did with my Dom test type, there is so much space on the legs and torso to kind of just like give it some love with some water slides and stuff.
All right, we got comments coming in. Doug Goins is in the room tonight. We're going to go ahead and bring the comments up. Go ahead and say hi again to everybody, Doug, because then everybody that's watching everywhere will be able to see you. Doug's over on YouTube hanging out with us tonight, which is super awesome. Doug says he's got that Dom. Nice. That's super sweet. And yeah, so I'm here in my station tonight. We're just going to be talking about some kit bashing. We're going to be talking about what makes kit bashing easy, what makes it hard, and basically how the basics to start a kit bash and what to look for when you're going to start a kit bash. So the first Gundam I got on view is my most recent kit bash. I took a Victory 2 Assault Buster Gundam, and I took a Amazing Strike Freedom Gundam, and I combined them to create the Amazing Victory Gundam. So this guy is pretty awesome. I recolored him fully with his own color, and then I added water slide decals and everything. So he's airing out still. So in about 1 week, I'll be able to give him his final top coat. So that's where he is at. But then we'll slide over here to my current project. That's as we're gonna call this one, the slow goer. But he's pretty awesome. For those of you guys out there that know, I've been playing around with my LED kits here and there. So this is what we got going on for the LED kit. If you look carefully, his eyes are lit up. He's got lights in his shoulders, lights in his kneecaps, and he's got lights in his rear leg thrusters. So he's pretty well lit up. Some things that I've done with him, he is the scrap parts left over from the from the other kit that I just showed you. So that's what is left over from him, but the lights are wireless. See that white dot right there? So the kit is completely wireless. There's nothing, got no strings to hold me down type of thing going on with him. But I'm still learning the best ways to position the lights inside the Gundams to get the best glow from the light. So that is something that I'm still trying to teach myself and learn. So that's what I've been playing around with a lot here recently in my Kitbash hangar. Um, Along with that, just finishing up some builds, some competition builds, and then working on getting some other things going. We got some announcements tonight. I'm gonna check and see if anybody else is filed in. Hey, look at that! We got our buddy Kerry Michael Howell, the Model Rocketeer. How's it going there, sir?
I was wondering how long you let take you let me in. I'm doing good.
So awesome. And yeah, so we're just doing that and checking out. No, Doug, go ahead. Send in a video. If you send the video, I can definitely upload it. It's really easy. It just takes me a couple buttons to press. So yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Go back. So Doug said he's going to send in a video real quick. So when he sends that in, I'll do a quick swap,
All right.
flip flop type of thing, and do that. So Kerry, what's going on with you and your hangar? I see you got your Jest out.
Yeah, still working on Just. I'm going to get some more armor on it so I can have a little more presentation. So I can at least get up to the head unit and get some paint going again.
Nice.
I'm going to slide over here to YouTube too and see if I can get an eyeball on what's going on. So we can answer questions
Oh yeah.
if we need to.
Oh, definitely. Well, I've got the on the main screen here. I definitely got the chats pulled up so that we can watch them too through there. Let's get some ticker action going on real quick. I'm sorry the names will disappear for a moment, but Friday Night Kitbash, sponsored by the Model Rocketeer, Clarksville Hobby Depot, Websy Official, and the Wicked Wookie. So yeah, and then so normally it's Friday Night Kitbash with me, Web C, and our co-host Wicked Wookie Andrew Cosgrove. But right now I'm not sure on the status of our buddy Andrew Cosgrove. So we will I am working on it. Saved video. All right, now I'm gonna come back. All right, now I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Everybody can hear me. Okay, just double checking. Doug just sent in a video. I'm gonna go ahead and load that video in, and we're gonna give that video a quick view from our friend Doug Goings. All right, so if you send me a quick Facebook message of a video you want to share, that's something we can do real quick. Okay, we're gonna put that up. So this is a Strike Gundam build that Doug Goings did, and these are some Dragoons that he's worked on. Oh, he added some canister packs to it too. All right, we'll cycle that one in one more time because that was a quick short video. And we can hear his kitties in the background. They're just going crazy.
Yeah. Awesome, Doug.
Yeah, so I love those canisters. Dude, I think Gundams look appropriate when they put those canisters on because they look like they're doing two different things. One, that's where your fuel comes from, and two, I mean, it looks like totally like that's what do you say? It totally looks like it's the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
So we got Jake over here working on a Dom that he got in his Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC supply drop. And then we got the Model Rocketeer. He's over here working on his Jesta. And then me, I'm just going to be showing up and talking about some things. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is what I did with this Gundam to get the head ready to go back together and everything. So I took some black hobby paint, nothing fancy, just this deco art enchanted super black. It's like a fake Moso black, so it's not really the best black, but it's kind of like a real good black. But what I did was I painted the inside of the head, all of the inside of the head, and then what I didn't want to be red on the face part. And then when I put it all back together, the green light doesn't shine through all the parts. You know what I mean? Like, so it only shines through the eyeball areas where you want it to. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a silver. I'm going to take it back apart and take a silver and go around the eyes and everything so it shines brighter out of the eyes. Like the light will bounce off the silvers. So I'm going to do that next. And then the rest of the LEDs that I put in here, they're all connected by magnets. So like this LED right here, I put this guy in on top of this shoulder piece. I drilled a spot to hide inside of here that actually holds this light. And it holds it just close enough without canceling out the light's power. Because if the magnet touches the light, it turns the light off. I don't know why, but it does. So you can't let magnets touch these. That's one of the weird things. And yeah, if too many magnets touch them, they'll shut off. So it's a really weird power drain thing. And then same thing in here though. I on one side I put the magnet, on the other side I put the light. So inside the kneecap. And then down here it's just being held in by pressure. Just the pressure of the hinge itself is holding that light in place. So and it's on both. So that's all I did for lights on this. I don't know if I'm gonna paint it because it looks pretty cohesive. It looks like a cool kit with the reds and the blues and the yellows all together. You know, looks kind of like a sidekick for this guy. And I gave him a rocket launcher to hold on to,
Oh, you
so
gotta
that makes him pretty cool. Right? Oh yeah. Sidekicks definitely gotta have the rocket. He's back there going, hey, launching, creating a distraction so the good, the big team leader can get up there and, get that last shot in and everything. So let's see who's all hanging out. Let's Doug talking about they wanted to be famous. They're from the Sinanji. They plug right into where the Dragoons went. Yeah, those are really cool. Those cans that I was talking about. Doug just said where they came from. Okay. So you brought them from the high grade 144 Sinanji, right, Doug? I would imagine that would be what you're talking about.
This is the one I'm looking for.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And just to give you an idea of what the Victory Gundam looks like before the kit bashing, here is a Victory Gundam that hasn't been kit bashed.
No bashing on that one.
No kit bashing on this one. And then here's the kit bashed Victory Gundam. And then there's a kit bashed Victory Gundam. So you got what he looks like whole and what you can do when you take two different kits. And now what I did to do my builds, what I always do is I always make sure the kits have these two connection points. As long as when I'm buying kits, I know that they have these two connection points right here, I know I'm going to have an easy time doing a kit bash with them because they're usually going to match up on how everything else is going to go from this joint forward on the arms. And they did. They matched up really well. The legs, on the other hand, I had to do a little work. I had to flip, not this guy's. Uh-oh. He comes apart easy. His waist is super loose. I'm going to have to put some nail polish on that to fix that. But so on this guy, when I put his legs in, I had to flip this leg joint upside down. So I can't put him on an action base like normal. I have to put him on a different way. But so his leg joint thing doesn't have action base options. But that's okay because I built him. He's pretty sturdy and he can do his own stands and poses. Like I've got him doing a one knee slide with the big rocket or with the big gun pointed up at like what would be an enemy. So that's kind of what he's doing there. And then I like that. That's like one of my little signature poses, the knee slide pose.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So I'll definitely like a lot of my favorite kits. If I can, I'll do a pose with the knee slide. So here we go. Let's get back over to these.
Was it the superhero landing? That's another awesome pose. I like.
Oh, yeah.
Slide is classic.
Superhero landing.
Or the old G Daddy pose, where he's just shooting off in the sky. That's cool, but everybody knows it's very, very classic and very, granddaddy only, but it's still very, very awesome pose.
Yep. All right, and then Doug sent in another video, so we'll share one more video from our friend Doug.
All right.
All right. Well, Jake's over there just plugging away too.
Get her, Jake. Get her. All right, so me and Jake talked a little bit, and he's really excited for what he's about to pour out into these Clarksville kits that we got from Scott, thanks to Clarksville Hobby Depot. So this little kit drop he's got, dude, they're gonna be sick. He's gonna work up some amazing magic. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. The Amazing Strike Freedom has 2 Dragoons that are on ball joints in the backpack. The Sanaji takes it right there. No mods were needed. That's pretty sweet. I like that.
Nice.
I like it when things can go together with no mods. Like just like what I was saying. Like the easier you can get your Kitbash to be, the much better you're gonna have for a time. So yeah, when you're looking at kitbashing, always remember to look for the connections. Make sure that you're going to have the same connections for both kits and the places you're going to want to make those changes. And you'll have a lot easier of a time. That's how I have my easiest time. But then again, I also have certain things that I just don't have that easy of a time, and I have to create my own setup.
Right.
And I'll pull that out and show you guys now. It's pretty much taken apart right now is what it is. So with this Kitbash, this guy right here, yeah, because I'm taking him apart because I'm ready to start sanding him and getting him ready for all be one color. So with this guy, I took and built him a leg system, and that part of the leg is still put together, so I can show you. So this leg normally does this little trick where the foot can bend all the way down and it exposes this little peg holder. Well, when you buy this guy, he comes all by himself. He doesn't come with any other things. Well, what I did was this comes in his molds on his tree runners or spurs. That comes on there as one of the parts, and this is actually the part that you put on the other kits. They're called like planetary systems. You put them on there, and anyways, this is the proper peg that goes into this exposed slot. So when you put them together, it creates the new build. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of pieces missing. If you've been watching along with us and everything, you know that this is a lot bulkier of a kit system that I built. And this is actually excess. This all had to be custom carved and glued and stuff. All these parts, everything to get it to sit the way I have it. And the reason why is because this was a full Gundam, and this was what's called a core Gundam. And I like to take these 2 kits and swap them. So that's what I like to do. So that is that. Yeah, Carrie, your audio's cutting in and out real bad. Doug just said. But Carrie's going in to do some painting, I believe. So yeah. So it'll be alright. And then what else is going on in the world? Well, we're at about a 20-minute section too, so we should probably head over on to the video section and let's hit up our first little commercial.
Hey everybody, WebC here, and I'd like to talk to you today about our new friend Oni Mecha. Oni Mecha is a YouTube and social media content creator who's always doing cool things. His kits are super custom and super cool. Oni's trying to get into doing some tutorials for you guys, so come on over and check out Oni Mecha. Alright, and he'll be hanging out with us once in a while over at Kitbash Gundam and on the WebC official podcasts, and it'll be real nice having him around. So you guys go on over there and check out Oni Mecha, where he'll teach you guys how to do things like custom Werner colors with airbrush and how he custom sculpts different types of claw plate. So have fun. Fender Bangers RC. Hey everybody, come check out Fender Bangers on Facebook and see what the zip is all about. If you got a need for speed on a small scale model style, well, come hang out and see what's cracking in the RC car world.
And we're back. All right, just hanging out. Yeah, Carrie, you got some connectivity. Your connectivity is like 2 bars, brother. So it's over here flashing orange at me. Just thought I'd let you know. We've got like some overcast here in Minnesota, and I've seen that like there's a bunch of coastal storms and stuff over by you pushing off from like the Gulf Coast and like down in South America. Like there's a big hurricane they're watching or whatever. I was just checking it out on the news today. I was like, oh wow, it's hurricane season. I totally forget about that stuff.
There it is.
And Jake is just going to town on that kit. Get it, Jake. Get it. We got Doug talking still. Yeah. Oh no, I already read up that. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for me. With the Kitbash that I've been working on for the past few weeks, like I said, I will be doing a video to share next week. Of me painting. I'll actually do like a full-on recording of me painting that one and everything next week, so that you guys can see it. And then I'll also do a video of me painting my competition kit and stuff, and I'll save that video and I'll be able to share it with you guys in November. So that'll be one of those I'll have to hold on to it for a long time video. But it'll be cool. It's a really cool build. Just hanging out, checking those things out. Furthering down the line. Uh-oh. What you got there?
A little bit of paint run. I couldn't see. I looked away for a second. I got a paint run.
Oh, no.
It happens. No big deal. I can send it off. Just hate it when it happens.
Yeah, to set you back at a whole paint session.
Right.
For that one part. No, I totally get it.
Because I have to do it in different colors. So, yeah, this is going to have to wait until I get back to this color.
Right.
It's all good.
Let's see. Oh, we should change our ticker. You just shut those down now. Woo woo. And yeah, so for the late night, I was thinking about pulling out a kit, just snapping it together real quick myself. I don't know what.
Yeah. I'm surprised this stuff isn't really much more louder than it is. Yeah, because where's my camera? Because there's my pump. And it's my spray box, and the fan's running. But it's nice and quiet here, I guess.
Yep, it's a nice quiet night here. Just sitting around having a good time. Just a good time. Yeah.
Somehow I cracked it
Oh, no.
in 2 colors. I'm doing good.
Hand fell right off. Silly Gundam. You need to hold on to that big old rocket launch. There we go. Now you're holding on. Doing us proud. So, I don't know why my camera's all weirdly zoomed and stuff. I don't get it. We can change it a little bit. Yeah.
Fuck, where's my... It's behind here. There's my... There.
Fill out. Up in there. Oh no. I asked the kids if they were going to come hang out with me tonight on the internet. Guess they're too cool for me. Yeah, they're too cool for me now. They started middle school, so now they're just too cool for dad. But that's okay. Maybe I'm too cool for them too. So we'll do a quick up close of the lighting, just to see. And then I can like demonstrate what I mean as well by if you put a magnet too close to the lights, they'll turn off. You see how you can make them like. Well, I can knock them over too. Oh, right there. Magnet too close.
Yeah.
Oh! This guy's just getting all sorts of frisky. Straighten him out. He's just jumping all over the place, you know? Gosh. Yeah. Moving on back. There is my current project, all in its bins, ready to go. Like I said, I just gotta go wash it up and let it dry, and then so what I'm gonna do when I wash it though is I'm gonna use an agitator. I got a green agitator that I'm gonna use as a washing mechanism for it. And as I wash the parts and stuff, you just put them in the bucket, put the little agitators in there, and then you don't put a whole lot of water in there, and then you put a little bit of soap, and then you shake the parts with the agitators in there, and then what they do is, the idea is that they create just enough scuffing to give the paint little crevices to latch onto that aren't very big or visible to the eye. It's supposed to be a speed method, so it's kind of what I'm trying is a speed method for sand prep with plastic, especially for the paint that I'm using. You know, I'm using a chemical bond paint when I do my painting, so it's a little bit different. So I don't need as much of a scuffed action unless I'm looking for a weathered or a scuffed action. But this was here's my first try at using the low abrasive method, or not using abrasives as much was the goal.
I've been curious about that. I've been using this weird method that is way out of left field that nobody in the gun community probably even thought of unless you've ever touched a gun. Or actually, not that. It would be somebody that reloads ammunition. If you reload ammunition, you might know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you have no clue. But needless to say, like you said, it's got an agitator, and it has a type of medium, and it uses vibration. You just put the parts in there, different types of medium, creates a different texture, but it works amazing.
Right, like an ultrasonic cleaner.
Right, but there's no liquid used.
Right.
But I was like, dang. I figured that out one day because I was screwing around, but I messed up because it had some really heavy sand in it, and when I threw the parts in it, it literally sanded the parts, like sanded them, all the edges that were square, made them round, because you could throw gems in there and it polishes gems, like a rock tumbler. There we go.
Oh, okay.
A rock tumbler kind of idea. You just got to be careful. Use the right kind of sand.
A rock tumbler wouldn't be too. Yeah, you just definitely wouldn't go with the length of time that they recommend to tumble rocks. You'd do it just like 30 minutes. 30 minutes with all you'd be able to. You'd do it. I would test that out. I think I would test that out on a SD Gundam. I'll go out and pick up an SD Gundam because I got a rock tumbler. So that's something we could test out. We can make this a little quick video project for everybody to watch. And
it works great.
Oh yeah. So I was thinking do 2 different grits. We'll do one each for 15 minutes. And we'll see, we'll put the whole kit in there and we'll see. And I'll just make it a real simple kit too. I won't make it a hard kit. And then we'll paint it and we'll see how the paint adheres to it. See what the paint does. We'll go through the regular washing process and give it the good old fashioned, web C try, So I think that'll be a pretty cool thing. All the watchers out there, we'll give it a month. In a month, I'll go out and pick that kit up. So everybody who's watching, you got 4 weeks to watch this episode and post on YouTube or on Facebook. Post in the comments, even if it's late. Go ahead and post what SD Gundam kit that's on the market right now you want to see me do some painting experiments with a rock tumbler. This will be interesting. I'll be real interested to see how that all works.
You'll be impressed. I've never seen anything like it until I did that. I went, wow, this is a shortcut.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It makes total sense. It's like an easy agitator, The parts and the sands rubbing against each other. Yeah, total easy agitators. My worry is that you'll take a lot of the sharp edges out of the build.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You'll definitely round your kit off a little bit. So it might be cool.
5 to 7 minutes. Pretty good.
Yeah, it might be cool if you find like a Gundam that's just real too angular and you don't want it to be too angular. Then yeah, that might be a really cool way to do that. That's cool. I like this idea. The only thing I won't put in there is the V fin. I won't do the V fin because that'll
Yep.
probably break.
Yeah,
It'll just snap in half. Right?
Yep.
Alright, man. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. Do 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 do. And not those. Yeah, I like this saying. I like this one. Kitbash Gundam. We're here to build.
Yeah.
Kitbash Gundam. We're here to build.
I found
Yeah.
an app. I had like erased a bunch of games I had on my phone so I could get some of these apps. But it was called Band Labs. And I was making some badass shit last night.
Okay. Cool.
Your voice is like, then you put it through like a synthesizer, and then it sounds like an old rock band. So I wasn't singing. I guess it's for singing, auto tuning, but I was just talking, and you can change it so it sounds like a '70s rock band, and then you just add like a drum beat looper to it, and you can record it. So it turned out pretty good. It's like wow.
But no, that sounds super cool.
I'll have to try to figure out how I can save the files. So I get it to you so you can at least hear it. Because what it turns into, it's like Instagram. It's like you can save them and then you can post them. I don't know if I can actually, or yeah, you just post your beats. I don't know if I can actually save them. Excuse me.
I don't know. I'm not 100% on it.
But it was really kind of cool. I was like, dude, you can make some cool entry music. Like you were, I was trying to replicate what you had done, and I stumbled on to something totally different too. And I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. Not that I need to do some more cool, complicated shit.
Yeah. So I took so what I did was I just recorded the vocals, the Kitbash or Friday night Kitbash or whatever, Friday night. And, that's what I decided to play around with. Well, I have this option of tuning your vocals into a slice machine that slices your syllables up. So I can mess around with the inflections and stuff from the syllables and it's really cool. Anyways, that's how I was able to create those samples I used for the new opening scene for the show.
Hell yeah.
And I'm super excited moving forward on those. All those commercials are coming. They are, I promise. We'll be getting better commercials. Well, not, I wouldn't say better, but we'll be getting newer commercials with
different ones.
Yeah, different.
Some new and
We
different
need some
material.
different stuff. Yep. So our guys got better. They've got better videos coming, and as soon as they get us those better videos to go and make you guys a better video with, we'll do it. So we're waiting on those things. Also Hiko. We're in your corner, brother. Hope you're feeling better, Hiko. Yeah. Ms. Heiko's been under the weather this week, so just wanted to put that out there. And
yeah, definitely. Hope he gets better soon.
Right.
Nobody enjoys being sick.
No, nobody likes to be sick. So, and where's Andrew? Andrew, yeah, I will talk to you during one of the intermissions or something about what's going on. If you haven't spoken with Andrew today yet, so, but Andrew's got nothing but love and prayers going his way. So that's all I'm gonna say right now. Yeah. Other than that, we're just gonna keep on chucking along. Keep on chugging along. I really want to get my hands onto a Gunpla, but I'm just like, we're here talking about kit bashing and all this stuff, and I'll go through the ringer and talk about some of my older kit bashes. So I got to just take a second. I'll be right back. We're gonna move some things around, and I'm gonna go grab a couple more of the kit bashes that I've done over the past few months, and we'll talk about what was easy about them and what was hard about them.
I even use this to wash my paintbrushes. I'm telling you, I stumbled on that Windex thing. I was like, I spray it right through my gun. Right after that last drop of paint comes out, fill up my cup with Windex, spray it till it's clean. White paper towel, make sure it's clean. I'm ready to change colors instantly.
Right.
That Windex is a miracle worker with paint.
Jake's still here.
Well, yeah, I'm just painting the bottom of a Dom foot, you know, usual.
Dumb foot. All right, I'm gonna break out the stuff. We'll talk about that guy. So this guy, I've done some things to him since last been on camera. I chromed him. So on his hands and all his little accent decals and everything, I chromed him up for the most part. So back here, let's do some chrome all over the place on him. Because I was just checking out that new chrome pen that everybody was ranting and raving about. I had to figure out if it was something we were gonna like or dislike, or I didn't know how to feel about it right away. You know, when that first round of reviews came out, and people were like, "Oh, it's amazing." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, there's gonna be a shortcoming on it somewhere." And I did find one issue I have with it. The moment you touch it, the chrome goes away. Like, it's really weird. So, like, I try not to touch any of the chrome parts that I got here, because it's like, when I pick this thing up, it's like, oh, don't touch anything chrome, because you will lose your chrome as soon as it happens.
Are you talking about Molotov?
Yeah, that new Molotov marker that they came out with.
Okay, so I use Molotov religiously, and to avoid that, as soon as you paint something with that chrome, let it dry completely. And then take it and top coat the fuck out of it. I'm not playing. It's like top coat it 2 or 3 times so that it just seals it in. Because I noticed that, like, when you touch it, I noticed that too. It just kind of disappears.
Well, it's
It
not
just
that
kind of,
it's like,
it turns into like gunmetal gray.
yeah, it turns into a weird gunmetal-ish color. You're exactly right on that. And so, yeah, I haven't top coated it yet. I haven't like seen what top coats work with it, so I don't know if the top coat I have on hand will work with it. But that
I
is, I was gonna
use Tamiya and it works just fine.
okay. I'm using Createx water base, so
That stuff is so good.
so that's what I'm using for my top coat. So I was like, I don't know yet. I don't know if it'll mix with the Molotov or not, but I do have some Tamiya laying around too, so I could use that. But yeah, I was just checking it on the kit. You know, I wasn't trying to go overboard or be like, oh yes, I have the best or whatever. It's just I was just trying to see what could happen. It cleans up real nice too. Like I used a Q-tip and some Tamiya what is it, X20 or something?
X201A?
No, Tamiya lacquer thinner. So it's not even an X201 or anything. It's actually just Tamiya lacquer thinner. Item 87077.
Weird.
Yeah, doesn't have the X factor or anything to it. So yeah, Tamiya lacquer thinner and a Q-tip, and just get your Q-tip just a little wet, and then just rub it right past it. And, oh man, it just cleans it up like a charm. Like, cause all these little details and stuff, that fat marker I got, that marker doesn't do detail like that. So that's definitely post cleanup. So the Tamiya lacquer thinner doesn't mess with it or anything. So that's also a bonus, just so you guys know. Yeah. And she, Tamiya lacquer thinner, it does a good job. I'm down there. Let's see. So those little screw points and little things that look like screws, it's just part of the details of the kit. Took that marker and made them look like little metallic screws. That was cool. That's what we got going on there. Boom. And yeah. I got my birthday supply drop, the final part of that in. That's super awesome. I'm super happy with that. It was my little birthday present. It was a Gundam Ultron. I'm super happy. Probably for Christmas I'll put it together. I might do something weird with it. I'm not sure yet. I might just straight build it. It's such a hard to get your hands on kit because of the price of it. I don't
Looks really cool, though.
Yeah, I'm super. It does look really cool. It's super awesome in that whole aspect of things. Ooh, that's what I can build tonight or work on tonight, anyways. Delta Chi. Gundam Delta Chi. That's a Gundam I've been wanting to put together. It's got a big, huge backpack, big, huge gun. It just looks big and huge.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like it'll be a fun put together. That's what I was thinking about doing here tonight for the late night. And then we'll put that on. I don't know, not sure. We are yeah, we should probably do some commercials.
Roll it.
Roll it. Roll that beef footage.
Are you looking for a Gumpa community with interactive content, such as live video chat builds weekly, 24-hour chat room, and so much more? Check out the Facebook page and Messenger to get full-level access to a great team that wants to build with you. Kitbash Gundam. We're here to build.
What's up, brokes? WebC here, and before you continue on your journey into my videos, I'd like to tell you about our new friend, Broke Man Studio. And this is a great time for you guys to catch up with him and see cool things that he's talking about. Broke Man is always bringing you the cheapest solution to the coolest Gunpla fill. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and check out all of his new videos. We here at Kitbash Gundam, at the Rocket Industries, at WebC Official, and all our other subsidiaries are here to support Broke Man Studio and Broke Man Reviews and Broke Man Tuts. Everybody have a great time, and I hope you enjoy watching this little video.
WebC's Bounty Bag Challenge. Enter for a monthly chance to compete. Show us your best build at curlyhell@gmail.com. Sponsored by Derek Ho and the Horde, WebC Official, and the Model Rocketeer. Hey. Alright, and we're back.
And we're back.
Mr. Movie Phone. Yeah, it's weird that I can just turn that off and on, too. I don't know how. I don't know where it came from. This is one day there was this little kid at the bus stop, and he was swinging a stick right next to my daughter. And all of a sudden, that stick hit my daughter. And I jumped out of that car, and instantly my voice went, "Hey!" Like, everybody stopped exactly what they were doing. They were like, "Holy shit, that dude, hey, you pissed that guy off. Oh no, that dude's huge." So I like went over there like fucking Reptar. I got there and This little kid, man, he was like barely up to my waist at the time, but he just looked up at me. Oh my God, Mr. Shrek, don't kill me. And yeah, let's just say he's kind of that kid's been afraid of me ever since.
Roller.
But he hit my kid with a stick, man. What else was I supposed to do? So I chewed him out. Told him, don't you ever do that again. Like, you want me to walk you to your parents and actually have you explain to your parents that you just run around and hit other people's kids?
Right.
No. Okay, your dad wouldn't like that. Your mom wouldn't like that, would they? No, they wouldn't. Okay. Yeah, think about that. Now run along, you little shit. I didn't swear at him, but I did. I was very upset. Like, dude, not cool. Moving along. Uh, now him and my kids are friends. Like, like always, that always happens.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but I just did all that by hand.
I can seize it.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do the other one, and then we're gonna let it sit aside. Sorry, I just knocked my camera up.
Hey, look at that. More
Tight,
stuff.
But yeah.
Yeah, we'll switch that around. Blow that up. Check that out. That's awesome.
Oop. I really can't wait to start adding more of the details on this and start painting more.
I forgot the heel. I started that kind of process too, but I forgot to finish the heel.
It's gold. I suppose I could have detailed some silver, some copper on it, but it's all gold.
Right on. And that's like a
I didn't do much.
Is that a thruster in its foot?
Yeah, and right between the heel and the arch area. Yeah, that's a thruster. Because he's a space Gundam.
That just I laughed because it reminded me of Mystery Space Theater 3000, where they're like monkeys in space. That's why I laughed.
Yeah,
real
that's
quickly,
awesome.
if you guys can see these, I'll point to them.
Oh, yeah, let's swap you in.
Okay, there's a section. It's like these add-ons, but there's a section here where it looks like they're vents, right? And they need to be removed, and then you can fold these little tabs out to make the vent. Why are there only 3 of the largest size? It's odd. Why couldn't there be 4?
Oh, that's a marketing ploy. You know exactly.
Oh, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I just realized I could use the 2 biggest ones for these vents back here on the calves, but I'm going to paint it black and then just hit them with silver to give it a look, like I did the vents on the side skirts, real quick. But I was like,
I just put this one there.
There's only 3. I could still do it, but then I'm left with 1. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, so I thought this guy was a Kitbash, but I was completely wrong. This guy is not a Kitbash. This dude looks super dope. Yeah. This is what happens when you just follow the directions.
Oh yeah, I love
Get that out of here. We're talking about Kitbash. Rah! No. All right. So yeah. But this core Gundam dude, super awesome within the Kitbash. Everything.
I mean, does it really have to be just a Kitbash Friday night? Or you think, or
Oh no! I'm just talking. What we're talking about tonight is what makes for easy Kitbashes and what makes this is the actual topic of the show tonight is how to pick and choose your Kitbashes.
I was trying to sign in during the first 5 minutes, so I missed that part.
That's just hanging down in the descriptor and stuff, and yeah, that's what I wanted to make the main focus of tonight's show was just talking about those is like trying to get those to be like main topic, and then late night Gundam, man, we talk about whatever we want on the late night Gundam, that. So but, I got no quarrels with that.
I think it's a great topic because sometimes what really constitutes a Kitbash And then how far do you have to go, to make it a Kitbash or to get the respect of your peers as a Kitbash? Those are some subjects too.
Carry that.
What's that? Because for the most part, this is a master grade Jesta. It's not really a kit per se, but it is a recolor. It's been painted, so it's not going to be a cut. It's not going to be right out of the box. I did not modify parts, so I guess it's not on that level of Kitbash. I didn't cut parts. I did think adding some plow like Justin did with his build, but I don't have enough, and I don't have the right kind of tools I want to cut with. I would like to have a micro mark chop it or something I can make multiple pieces exactly the same. So I just bypass that idea for the moment, and it's just
I like that.
Just to repaint. But I do have some of these metal add-on grade parts that I will probably add to this when I get to the point where I can find them to look good on the kit. But I don't think I'm going to start chopping anything up. This was a gift, so I don't really want to do anything but get it into a great display model and leave it at that.
Okay, so here is my Harambe.
Harambe? What?
Don't be getting mad.
Monkey.
Yo, that's sick. I'm gonna shoot him when he touches a child.
Oh, you child. Oh, monkey.
Oh, hey, somebody threw the baby to the ape. Remember that.
Obviously, wasn't Michael.
He was trying to warn the child.
Yeah. Anyways, so it's my Power GM with a Dantaleon arm backpack that I actually modified. So the old Dantaleon backpack is all still inside, but I put the Power GM backpack completely wrapped around it, and then it fits perfect. Everything molded perfectly.
That's fucking sick.
For that. So I have the arms inside here for the Power GM. Those are actually in there. They don't line up here, but that's okay because you can't tell.
No.
I just had my Gundam EX marker, and it just grew legs and walked off on me.
Oh no!
That's the color I use for my verniers too.
So, but I really like building the Power GM. It had some really cool aesthetics to it that were a little bit different than some of the other GM.
Power GM is sick.
I love the GM line. The Power GM especially has a sweet spot for me. I like it.
I definitely like the head. The head is like it's one of the more unique gym heads. So I'm pretty in the like to that. That's one of the things I like the most about it. And then the other thing I like about this gym is I like this leg thing. It's very high new reminiscent. Like it reminds me like it should be a mass production during the high new the usage of the high new Gundam. So it's like yeah, that's cool. I like it. The feet are nice too. They have 2 thrusters on the bottom of this thing's foot.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
I remember when I first built my very first kit, when I saw those on the bottom of the foot, I was like, what the hell are these? Seriously, I didn't know. I kind of got it. I was like, oh, maybe they're thrusters. I was like, no, why in the bottom of the foot? And it's not the greatest detail in the world. We get that. But I did. I remember that, not knowing what it was at first.
So my take on it, and the reason why it would be in the bottom of the foot, is to make the Gundam lighter so it can walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when they put it in there and not having such great detail as to not, so you couldn't tell what it was. It was just like these circles in the bottom of the foot.
Yeah.
I understand the principle of having verniers in the foot, though. Yeah. Which is strange because this one does not. Like the master grade Jesta does not have vernier in the feet. It's got a pretty badass backpack and two really nice ones in the calves, but they're I don't know. It's not what I would consider like the ZGMF, which is the zero gravity mobile flight type. but it's what it's supposed
Yeah,
to.
no.
You know what I mean? A little underpowered,
Yeah,
I think, visually. It could use some more verniers.
I call it the factory work.
What couldn't? What couldn't? Right?
Yep.
Need a backpack full of verniers and some canisters like Doug's got. Dude, get some dragoons on this bitch.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what do you guys think of that? Does that look nice?
I
Good
like it.
look.
It looks really nice. Hell yeah.
Let's get the big look. Oh yeah, that looks great. I like what's going on there. I like that
Yep.
silver that you put on the edge too.
Full speed ahead, Captain.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna hit the piping. I'm gonna put it silver, and then I've got
Don't hit the pipe.
in here. I have a gunmetal, like metallic marker, and I'm gonna make all the tubing this color. So I think I'm gonna take it out.
Okay, and the tubing, is it like a waste tubing like the Zaku? Because I got a question now. What you got? Let me see your part.
No, he doesn't have any waist tubing. The only tubing he has is on his feet and on his face.
Okay. Because I have this is going to go on the waist like a Zaku. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what this is exactly, but I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I was going to paint it black and then just paint the whatever, like the metal ring and these highlight parts, maybe like silver or something.
Next time on American Gladiator.
Oh, I love that show. I wanted that tennis ball cannon so bad.
It looks like he's holding one of those foam baton things that they used to fight with and stuff.
Yes.
And that's why I said.
Okay, so I have a question about that. Was there a version of that in the 80s too? Because my dad used to talk about that shit all the time.
Yes, there was two versions.
Okay. I remember watching one when I grew up.
It evolved on to a little bit something else, but yeah, it was called the American Gladiator, and they were like named like Turbo and stuff like that.
Yeah. They used to shoot tennis balls at motherfuckers.
Yeah. I remember I watched some clips of it. It was pretty funny.
Oh, dude.
Yes,
totally.
the hair. Oh man, the hair. That's what made you a target anyway.
In YouTube land, you got to YouTube that American Gladiator, big hair from the 80s, big muscles and fake boobs, and tennis ball cannons.
And spandex.
Oh, that was one thing that came to my mind too that I just thought about. What I was like, I think they purposely chose the female contestants to just have the hugest racks.
Oh yeah, they were. Oh yeah. It was a bit cliche for the 1980s.
Yeah.
Let's
it
sell every version of sex we can. Yep. That's what happened. It was great though. Yep. We tuned in every week too. My family was big on it too. Every week, American Gladiators on, just like Mad TV and Full House. We watched all those shows too.
Like Nickelodeon. I remember being a Nickelodeon kid and watching like what was that? The Amazon or the Temple Run.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about, dude. Olmec, yeah. The Temple of the Lost.
I'm trying to remember the name of the show where the kids were like video games.
Double Dare with Mark Summers.
Yep, I remember that too.
Because sliming.
Oh yeah, and
man,
then
good memories.
Oh dude, and then Nickelodeon had that show where they would get slimed. They would have to sit there and guess what the guest would do, or whatever. The guest did like some weird thing, and they would have to sit and guess what they'd play 21 questions, and then they would always like slime the Lori Beth chick. That poor girl. She always got slimed. That poor girl. The other things that were nice about this GM kit, though, is they really put some good detail into it. Like the piping on the back of the legs looked nice. They didn't skimp out on the detail on the back skirting. Because, like, okay, on some Gundams they do. They chintz out on that back skirting so hardcore, they don't even hesitate to make that a thing. Like, see, like, this Gundam doesn't even have one.
Right,
no back skirt for you.
Like mine too, I think. Just even the Master Grade, look, they're just plain. There's nothing there. Although it is a two-tone, two-piece, it's just a larger version. But still, it could have been a little something like that there.
Right.
I like that. Exactly. And that's what I like about the G Daddy model in general, just as the a base kit that it has these certain details like on the waist armor that transcends and goes through the different lines. I like that. Especially about that Power GM, dude. It does have great details, and they're actually molded thick enough. If you wanted to cut those off, you could for some other aspect or design, which is still really, really cool too.
Definitely. This is
thing.
So I remember the name for this. This is Full Armor 7th, is what this one is.
Full Armor 7th is cool.
So, yeah, he's got a big, huge gun. I'm going to eventually get to customizing this gun that he's got on his backpack. It is super, super sweet looking.
Yeah. That's something I really want to learn to excel in is this painting of guns. So I've been watching these high-profile modelers that do, I guess it would be portrait work that paint like live people kind of things, and see how they produce a gun. How do they produce a weapon so quickly and easily?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm not the greatest at painting weapons, but I do give it a good old-fashioned college try once in a while. And I'll give you a show. My most recent weapon paint job without its attachments. So here would be the start, but I put a bunch of attachments on it, so this all gets covered up. So you don't see half of this anyways.
Okay.
But if I were to leave it just like this, I would have put a whole bunch more accents. There would be a whole bunch of more decals, like water slides.
Right.
And then I would have probably separated this with a couple more pieces. I would have just done a whole bunch more. But when I start putting on all the extra parts that I actually made for it and stuff, it starts getting those decals that I would have added. And it starts covering up all the detail that you would have seen if I would have put them where I would have normally put them and stuff. So that's why it's one of those give and take relationships too.
Right.
When you're doing that. So, however, I like this version of the gun. This looks cool.
Yeah. It almost looks like a spaceship.
Well, yeah, it does too. That's another thing. I was like, hey, look, it could be a surfboard, like Silver Surfer type stuff.
Right.
And then those two things that also go on to it even enhance that whole idea of it possibly being a surfboard, because it just makes it look like you can fly now.
Right. Damn.
So yeah.
I wasn't happy when I sprayed a gunmetal blue over top of that black. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to strip this. I don't like it at all. Anyway, I definitely like the rifle. It's a badass blaster.
Oh hell yeah, definitely. And then
one of the better designs with all the guns. They come with the different Gundams. Some of them are really corny, or really, obviously they're fantasy. So just the design is really neat.
Yeah.
Okay, I finished painting the bottom of the feet. I think that looks good.
Oh, indeed. All right, so we're going with black. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
We're doing it live?
Like in the manual, it just goes between the two spots, the main pieces, which are the main upper body and the lower body. So I'm just going to paint this whole thing black and just add some silver details. So it'll just be like I guess we're going to find out. It's going to be like a piping ring around the waist.
Cool.
But that's what I was asking Jake up there about the Zaku, because what it kind of reminded me of, but not quite. Yeah, because the Zaku one goes to a backpack, doesn't it? It goes from the waist in the front around the back, and then they have those power cables on the legs. That would just be so retarded.
Woohoo! Exposed weakness. Woohoo!
I know.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway, it is what it is. He couldn't defeat the Garbatos.
The Garbatos?
I would never talk bad about that piece of shit. I love it, but I hate it at the same time.
We are the Iron Blood Orphans.
Badass anime though. It's a great series. There's a lot of awesome mobile suits in the IBO line though.
Concur. I like a lot of the suits from the IBO line.
Because it's not about the story for me. It's about, does it look cool? Yeah, let's build it. Can we make it cooler? Yeah, let's build it. You know, I'm not gonna get tied up in that like you get caught up in the story and shit like that. I mean, which is cool too, but some people just take it so far.
Oh yeah, I don't see the need to insult people who like it, but at the same time, I don't insult people that like other Gundam shows that I don't like either. Because there are some shows that I care less for. I'm not gonna sit and name them off either. Yeah. I'm just gonna say I could care less for them. And if you're curious,
you'll know when you watch it. if you don't like it, you'll know when you watch it.
Yes, you will know when you watch that show that I bet he don't like this one.
No, but dude, that's the honesty and truth of it. It's so beautiful. It's like, yeah, totally go watch it. If you don't like it, you won't.
Yeah, it's not that I think it's trash or anything, because I do like some of their Gundam designs from those shows. I just don't like the storyline. The storyline just does not appeal to me on that show, so I don't watch it as much. Right. So
right.
It's more so. And some people are like, oh, well, the Gundam storyline just it's a repeating storyline, so they're all pretty much the same. I'm like, no, not really. There are some differences and some cheesinesses that change from show to show that like some people might not appreciate from one show to the next. Like we don't need every show to have an armor array. We could get a different one. That's what we got with IBO. We got Mikazuki, and Mika was amazing. He was definitely not an armor array.
Right.
So
right. He was definitely headstrong and willing to do whatever it took. Exactly. I like it.
Good job done.
That's what I hated about Shinji and fucking Evangelion. Shinji, let's go. God. Give me a pilot. Give me the controls.
Shinji, get in a robot again, or Asuka's gonna have to do it.
But we all serve a great purpose, and we have to respect that. Some of us don't have the heart of mind.
Yeah, definitely.
But they're very intelligent. So it's not a big deal, but those are the things that drive me crazy. That I loved about Mikazuki. He was my guy, and Orga. I'd have followed Orga all the way too.
Oh yeah, he was pretty awesome too.
But I always fall into the good guy kind of thing. It's always the good guy wins for me. Not that I'm trying to define what's good and bad, but you know what I mean? When we look at the characters, when you're on the map playing a game, you're the blue team and you got to go fight the red team. You know what I mean? I'm always the blue team, always on that.
In Gundam Wing, though, it wasn't a good guy, bad guy situation to where you were voting or you were rooting for a good guy at all. It was just like in Gundam Wing, it was like you picked your favorite pilot because you're just going to stick with that pilot throughout the show because that pilot's either going to rock or not. Yeah, so I mean, for me,
it was Sandrock is cool, and ain't nobody can tell me otherwise.
Right. Okay. See, everybody has like a favorite Gundam and a favorite pilot, because I have a favorite Gundam, which is Heavy Arms, and then my favorite pilot is Zex Marquis. So it kind of splits for me because Zex pilots some pretty fucking badass mobile suits, but the pilot, I'm not that big of a Troll Barton fan. You know what I mean? Especially, like I'm just not. But I like his Gundam. His Gundam is amazing. That thing is, out of all the Gundams, it's probably the most lightest ground Gundam to ever be created for what it can do. Actually, like if you watch what it's doing in the anime, the other Gundams in the show don't even compare to that. So for me, I don't know. It's pretty nimble, man. That thing can do some cool acrobatics and stuff for a ground type Gundam.
True.
It's a
ground Gundam. It's a ground Gundam. It should be able to do some of those. So that off the mod.
Damn right. So that's all I was saying. And yeah, seek Xeon. I'll pilot a Moon Gundam for you.
That would be cool, though. The Moon Gundam would be beautiful.
Oh, dude, Moon Gundam is just that's amazingness, and only amazingness came from it too. Suzabe. However you make that noise, that noise. Yep. We got anybody? No, nobody else is coming in from the other side. Come on in to the other side.
That's
Yep.
giving me memories to Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Yeah.
Underground 2? Wow, I remember
'cause
Underground 2.
that song was in that game.
I just bought the remastered 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, I want to get that. I don't know if it's worth it though.
What? Are you kidding me? The remastered's totally worth it, man. I've already gotten like 25 hours worth of play out of that game.
But I heard they don't have all the good ass songs. Like they removed some of the songs.
Well, because they updated the songs with newer songs to make the newer generation feel comfortable playing the game.
So you're telling me these kids aren't comfortable listening to Primus?
Right.
No, they're not.
Why
Actually,
don't
they're
Big
no
Brown Beaver
Primus.
fucking scares
Primus
these
fucking
pussy
triggers
kids?
people now, dude.
Yeah, why don't his Big Brown
That's
Beaver
bull-
is inappropriate as fuck to these kids?
Fucking it's hilarious, but
Right.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Inappropriate.
I know, but it's a joke. It's like
Come on down to
that's
South
the
Park.
role.
We're gonna have ourselves a time.
Friendly faces everywhere. Almost close enough. Temptation.
Did you watch that Red Rocks live?
Yes, that was amazing.
Oh, dude, it was so great. Me and my wife just fucking nonstop rolling in happiness throughout the whole fucking show. It was good.
I thought it was awesome they brought Rush out and like
Mhm.
what's his name was just like, excuse me, you brought who?
We bought Rush out. We Rush.
The only thing that would have made that more Canadian is if they brought the Trailer Park Boys out.
Oh, dude. Have they done a Trailer Park Boys episode on South Park? I haven't watched
No,
much of
that'd
the
be
newer
awesome,
series, so I don't know. But I could imagine them doing a Trailer Park Boys South Park like crossover. You know, Ricky, I don't like it. I love Trailer Park Boys. Trailer Park Boys is like, at first I didn't. Like, at first I was like, okay, this is kind of too close to home. Like, I was like, it kind of felt like me and the homeboys were just being mocked on TV. I was like, that's some bullshit, because their parents had just moved into a trailer park and, that's what we were doing. We were just constantly looking for the next hustle up, the next way to make some money to have a good time. That's I was like, so this
I just
fucking
realized Trailer Park Boys is Ed, Ed and Eddie for adults.
Yeah, it fucking is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really
to
is.
God. I know shit. They even got all the Kanker sisters. Oh man, they're all real, man. They're all real characters. I like it. Brandy.
What's funny is I named my corn snake after Ricky.
Ricky.
Yeah, so every time I come out, I look at my corn snake and I think of Ricky's line about eating multiple cans of ravioli.
Oh,
Give a shit.
me and my daughter like to listen to their song, their Bubbles Sea Shanty. Me and my daughter love that one. I don't really know if my kids should be listening to it, but
Right? I don't know.
well, I mean, they're singing about kitty cats, so
Right. It's like,
I
what
don't
can you
feel like
really
it's
do?
too bad.
It's not horrible. It's not the worst thing that could be, but you gotta let them experience some things. And then this is a good opportunity, though, to teach them when they're listening.
Oh yeah, if she had any questions like why are they singing about cats getting high, like that type of thing, it makes me go, yeah, I'll explain that. Well, Caden, when we give the cats catnip at home, yeah, well, it's the same thing. We already do that. It's nothing new for us. So I guess it's, you know, to what you're willing to let your kids get exposed to. So one day, my kids used to have their Xbox that played DVDs in my daughter's bedroom, and we kept a good eye on what they watched and stuff, and we were always able to go in their room. Never have an issue with that. One day, they came out to the bookshelf where we keep all our DVDs, and they pulled South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, and they thought it was a fucking cartoon movie. So the kids decided to go out there and into their bedroom and put it in and start watching it. My son came back out a couple minutes later, or a little bit later, and he put the movie back on the shelf, and I was like, "What movie did you just put back?" He pulled it back out. He was like, "This one? It looks like a cartoon for kids, Dad." But it's not a cartoon for kids, Dad. And I was like, okay, how far did you get into that movie? And my kids were like, oh, we got to the part to where the little boy lit his fart on fire and died. I was like, oh no. What is like, oh no. I was like, yep, you definitely watched enough of that movie to be screwed. So yeah, that was how my kids were. I didn't mean to. I swear, but they just thought it was a cartoon movie and they started watching it. So,
It's got animation.
at
It
least
looks like a cartoon.
they got to that point and realized that it wasn't a movie for kids, and they stopped watching. So, but
All right. I'll be back. I
Oh.
gotta go spray this foot down
Hokey
with some
pokey.
top coat so that I can stop smearing all my paint.
Yeah, artichokey, hokey pokey. Cool. We'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, I'm just gonna adjust some details and stuff. Then I'll go out and spray the shit out of it.
Just in the deets. Heard. And so yeah, they came out, and I just asked them if they had any questions about the little adventure they had just went on into South Park Land. And no, there were no questions there. Yeah, they were very clear.
That reminds me of my first time watching Adult Swim, and it was probably 2004, and I remember an episode of Home Movies came on, and every night I would stay up as long as I could to try and see if I could watch Home Movies, and I'd pass out.
When I was a kid, I watched Beavis and Butthead air live.
Hell yeah.
Original content live. So I don't know, for me, I didn't see it too big of a bad thing, oh, my kids saw South Park. Well, in my wife's home, or where she grew up with her family, they didn't even allow Beavis and Butthead in the house. Nobody was allowed to
I wouldn't
watch
let it in my
Beavis
house
and
either. Crazy bastards.
Butthead. No, that new movie was hilarious.
I want to go see it.
Yep. I got it on that Paramount. It's on Paramount Plus now.
Okay.
Oh, and they're not too bad. They got some really cool shows. If you're into Star Trek, watching all the Star Trek movies and stuff and Star Trek shows, Paramount Plus is a great deal. I'm not trying to promo it or anything here, but
I usually
just saying.
watch, but yeah, television in general at all. I got Netflix, and I'm good. I play video games, so I like the video games. Or I'll I got a million things that you can see. I got so much shit around here. But I usually don't watch TV anymore. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to the radio. I stay away from mass media output and just all this music and stuff like that. And then whatever ads you get for whatever shit they're trying to sell you, but it's not like I'm in political or world events information, because I see enough of that when I go somewhere else, somebody else's house, and the news is on. I'll just listen for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Catch up with everything in the world. They repeat it for 24 fucking hours or whatever.
Right. I don't Yeah, I try to scroll past all that shit nowadays. I'm with you on that. Just staying out of it.
Not entertaining.
Um,
There's nothing good. There's nothing positive here, and that's what's really wrong with it. If you sit around and listen to it, the negativity, just is like literally get down into your brain when you listen to that shit. So I keep it turned off. One day the news will turn around, maybe be good, because it should be.
right.
There should be no
Right.
reason all this bad shit's happening. It's retarded. Walmart, you power hungry son of bitches. You too, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it also goes to the power hungry dictators and politicians and bureaucrats, and it all boils down to all the stupid. You know what I mean? So we just got to take it all that stride stuff. Pull your bootstraps up and hope you don't get taxed. I mean,
Yep.
that's about it. I mean, like for me, I'm not really here to pass those type of ideals out to anybody. I'm here to have a good time and sand some plastic. And that's what we've been doing. Sanded some plastic. Today, we're going to sand some plastic. Hell yeah. So just it's definitely been different, staying away from all that stuff too. Like, a year, like 3 years ago, I was all deep into it, talking shit, fucking with people and stuff like that. And now here I am. I stay away from it now. I don't. That's all I was doing. I was just going over there to talk shit and piss people off. That's all I really ever cared about. Because if I knew I was doing that, then it was, it made me realize that, man, these people are super gullible to let this stuff upset them that much. Like, so let's go ahead and piss them off some more, Like, that was always my thing. I was never in it for any type of seriousness or valid anything. I never cared.
But now that we see that, like you said, it's kind of like, oh, this isn't even funny anymore. And it's like, I wasn't quite paying attention. It was like, yeah, these are dumbass people in control.
yeah, like it's just so yeah, it's all just shaking the stick at the proverbial bee's nest is basically all it is nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But you're right. There's a lot to be said for if you're able to avoid that kind of stuff, find other things to listen to. Listen to your music that you like. There's a lot of places to do that. I listen to Pandora, so I can put it up. There's YouTube. I can put on whatever I want to put on. So I meditate a lot. I listen to like Hertz music, 528, something like that. And yeah, music.
Background music is presented by Restream.io.
Because you don't have to sit around and watch the news all day, or find out what's going around the world. It doesn't matter. Your world is what's around you right now. Just enjoy that. Just enjoy that right now.
Yep. Having a good time, great time. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna listen to some of these weird people talk. Actually, we don't even have any of that. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it.
What genre is this, Mike?
This is chill hop.
Okay. Heck yeah. Because what I was doing was reading in that band lab about what makes the difference in progressive house. I like island house.
Okay.
But there's all these weird.
Okay, I'm back.
Beats per minute.
Awesome.
But it's also the way that they use that music. It's progressive. It's like really modern, and then obviously island house is the island vibe. That's really kind of cool. That what I was
right.
I had no idea. Oh man, this stuff cleans. Paintbrush is so nice.
All right, you guys.
Check it out.
I see that Super Nintendo tattoo.
Yep.
Here's my unboxing.
I can't see anything.
I'm fast. I saw that. Barely. I saw that. I was like, Super Nintendo controller. Yeah, baby. It's Friday Night Kitbash. I'm glad you guys are checking this video out. I'm glad to be here with these guys. Doing big things, trying to get it done. That's all it is. Honestly, I think it's kind of like it's a false statement because we're never going to get it done. This is a never-ending hobby, you know? Doesn't matter what you do,
Jake
you're still always growing. There's going to be more kits coming down the line. It's not going to be the same. It's always evolving.
Jake is about to turn into a Power Ranger.
Nope. This is my Mega Man toy that I just recently got for a commission payment. This thing is cool. I love it. Oh, it's just fast enough. All right. There we go.
So what are you doing?
Basically, I'm doing a battle. So these are like attacks, and whenever I want to send Mega Man an attack, I just slot the chip in. So this is Heat Shot.
You gotta be fast as shit,
or
it's just a timer.
You gotta like, there's a timer, and you gotta slot it in fast enough, or if you don't do it, then you won't get your battle chip in, and then you're just kind of fucked. You gotta use the regular attack.
That's kind of cool. I think I'd be pissed and be throwing shit.
That's awesome.
I think the potential for throwing shit's too high. I gotta weigh it in that context.
Yeah, I think I won. Yeah, I did. Sick. I love this little thing. So I did a commission for a friend of mine, and instead of money, I wanted this guy because I'm a big fan of Mega Man Battle Network, and I just kind of was like, I want that funny thing from Mega Man Battle Network. I think I might make the wet while I'm waiting for things to dry. This is cool.
Alright, I've been waiting for that paint to dry on the bottom of the thruster, so when I get some silver paint on it and then put the shot back over top of the armor, it'll look good. Get that ball going, get that ball shaking. There it is.
That's what I use my stick of magnets for.
Nice. Move the ball, get it moving in there.
Yeah. Just take this.
Yeah.
So there's the ball.
My name in a real fine line that paint for the airbrush. Like when I cleaned it out and I put a lot of Windex in it, when the paint's thinning out, I was trying to write my name and it comes out with that fine razor line. I'm like, damn, this is cool. I'll learn to get good at that. Yeah. So if I can do appreciating, I can maybe learn to start depreciating like that. So I'm getting good at a real fine line. Aha, yeah. But I really like that, that's the paint quality to me. This is Vallejo's metal colors for airbrush. Got a ball in it. It's a G-Paint, you got a ball in yours. I'm a big fan of that, big time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, being able to mix your paint faster is a good thing.
I always put BBs in my tester's paint, so when you sugar that, you can hear it in the glass.
Yeah, I've done that. Yep.
Oh wow, this music's reminding me of the customization theme from Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Hey, it's all Kitbash themed to me, Let's see what else they got. We'll just hit a shuffle.
Yeah, so just put a shuffle on. Go with it.
What's that?
I like this one. Just chill, 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 chill. Oh, I gotta pick up all these Gundams now and put them back where they came from. Come on, you pretty little pieces of plastic. Let's go.
What I'd like to have is one of those vices so I can hold parts when I'm hand painting.
Like those little grips?
Yeah.
You gotta know what you're talking about.
And then I do all kinds of weird things because I shake a little bit. So sometimes I always have to put both my hands together and I'll hold it. And there's a pressure point, and now I can hold my hands together and paint.
Yeah.
It helps me from stop shaking. Sometimes it just depends on how fine of a detail I have to work with.
It's funny. This rocket launcher looks like a video camera of Doom. It looks like it has like a little viewfinder on an old school like Super 8 camera. Except the Super 8 shoots missiles.
Oh, right on.
Guess what I'm going to do tomorrow?
What you got?
Going to the hobby store.
No, I'm going somewhere even better than a hobby store.
There's nowhere better than hobbies.
Fascinating.
I'm going to the Minnesota State Fairgrounds to go see the bi-yearly train convention for scale model trains.
That would be badass, though. Hell yeah!
That's pretty cool.
Can't wait to see footage.
Yeah, I'm going to be walking around recording things, hanging out, talking with people, try and get some interviews, ask some guys some interviews and stuff, introduce myself to some of those guys, and if they've got some real cool train rooms and stuff I can bring my Gundams to and get some really sweet pictures and stuff.
Yep.
I'd really like it. Because see, like my father-in-law, he's got a train room, but he's only like 3 years into building it, and he's got like another 5 years to go before it'll even be like good picture quality train room type of thing. So I'm just like, this kind of sucks, but it's kind of cool at the same time. Like, so he's got like buildings and stuff all over the place already, and he like built some cool new bridges and stuff. But the first time I went to go get footage and pictures, there wasn't a whole lot that I could do. So slowly but surely, we're helping him fill things out. Me and my wife bought him a Dairy Queen. We bought a whole bunch of little scale like fantasy monsters and stuff that he can put all over his town and shit, like dragons and unicorns and octopuses and shit.
That's cool.
Just
I got
The octopus are real.
Well, not the ones that I'm talking about. I'm like talking like, the big cracking, crazy looking ones.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah. The ones that don't really exist.
I like this rocket launcher. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I like this
big
way.
plate. Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
that big plate's cool. It's
It
like a
reminds
mini shield.
It reminds me of
it keeps you from getting your head shot off.
yeah. I'm trying to remember a certain kind of brilliant rocket launcher. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it's the Panzerfaust.
Yep. That's what it's for, because it takes a minute to line it up to get in action. If I'm a sniper, I'm going to shoot your head off.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the Panzerfaust.
And there we go.
That's the funny little shield and everything. Yeah, cool.
It's my fairy Gundam. Make a wish, Timmy. Cosmo.
Cosmo and Wanda.
Oh yeah. Make a wish, Timmy. Two wrongs don't make a right, but they do make a left.
My favorite thing about that show is the pilot episode on how Cosmo has a different voice actor, and I kind of wish they would have kept it because he just sounds really cool.
I like Cosmo in general, so it didn't really bother me that they changed his voice actor from the pilot. So it's just like I'm a big fan of Invader Zim.
I love that show.
It's amazing. It's primetime 90s kids TV type, show. Even though it came out in the 2000s, like it would have fit perfectly in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right next to Rocco's Modern Life and All Real Monsters.
Rocco is my shit.
Dude, Rocco is beyond. Rocco is dope. I like that movie they made in two of it. That was good too.
I just have like a bag full of Xeon weapons now.
Oh yeah?
Look at this.
Nice.
See Xeon. I don't know what to do right now because I'm waiting on the foot to dry. I live here out here in the desert, so it doesn't take too long.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna play around with this guy.
It's cool. Looks like a lot of freedom in there.
It looks like you got some freedom in here, but this is actually Universal Century. This is called Delta Chi. So it would be.
It's from MSV or Mobile Suit Variations. It's a book series. Most of the art's done by Kunio Okawara, I believe. Actually, I have an MSV suit right here I can show you all. It's this guy.
Okay.
This is my Zaku 2 High Mobility Black Tri-Stars.
Oh, okay.
My favorite part of it is the shoulder-mounted weapons rack. It's very Thunderbolt-esque, and that's kind of why I like it.
I have a XM-X1 crossbow from the Universal Century. That's my favorite most.
So they even included high detail cartoon version, or what would be high detail cartoon version. So that's pretty cool. The box got a little beat up. And they show it in tandem with Hayaku Shiki, and I can't make out that other one. You want to read that, Jay? So it's also got lots of parts. So we're about 15 minutes out from our normal break time. Oh boy. That's not something you ever want to see. Whenever you open a fresh kit, the one thing you don't want to see is a sheet of stickers the size of a water slide sheet.
Right.
That's insane. Along with the level of parts, too. Mind you, this is a high grade kit. So we're sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 runners for a high grade kit. So this is probably one of the mini master grades that came out around the same time like the Moon Gundam and Simanjus were printed. Also why it was probably such a hard to get your hands on kit for a while too. Everybody probably wanted all that plastic.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this is nice. It's nice. It's got some detailed pieces. I'm in definite like of this Gundam.
I need to get a new color palette, like mix colors on. I'm using a lid.
I use those little plastic ramekin lids from To-Go Cup for sauce, for like ketchup and shit. So I know what you mean. I don't have a good palette either. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. So let's have a look at the instruction manual. We're just hanging out here, waiting for that nighttime. Wow, this one's kind of thick. Alright, Jake. Which one is this?
What's up?
Which kit is this?
I can't tell. Give me a sec. Let me look it up.
It's like Hayaku Shiki without gold.
That would be.
You speed that up. Is that what that was? And slow it down.
No.
That's, let me see it again. That's mass production Zeta type Gundam. MSZ 007.
Okay. Because then that's Shiki right here, right?
Yeah, that's Hyakashiki.
Yeah, and then so those are the two other Gundams that are counter to this one, I guess, that they marketed out at the same time. So it'll probably share parts from that set.
So that's gonna be awesome to have extra parts. That's what I want to do is find a kit that comes with multiple pieces, so I can start building up like a backlog of parts.
Oh yeah. Having a backlog of parts is pretty awesome for like when you're working on kitbashes and stuff, or when you're doing like things that I'm doing, which I was gonna segue into talking about here in the last 10 minutes of the show. I'm gonna cut the volume down just a little bit on you, buddy. All right, music's down, and yeah, so we got the Web C Bonnie Bag Challenge that's in full swing. I've got our next contestant. He'll be getting his Bonnie bag soon, Manuel Claudio. So that's going to be going out soon. And Then I also wanted to talk with Carrie and mention that I had the conversation with Doug about extending out the mascot.
Mascot challenge.
Yep, the mascot challenge. So, me and Doug were basically the only two people who submitted a kit. So we don't feel like that's really like a fair deal to the rest of the crew over at Kitbash. So we both said we'll agree to
Reboot.
really push that out. And this time around, we're gonna do a bigger promotion campaign. We're gonna promote up to the day. You know what I mean? Just to really annoy people and stuff and tell them like, hey, you should come get this, you should come do this type of thing. You know, just enter a kit. So especially because everybody voted on the colors and stuff, you know. So it was like we thought with all those people who had voted on colors, like we thought that there was going to be a much larger turnout for the actual entries and stuff.
Right.
So we will go and make that a more official looking contest for people so they know where they're going with that. But yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh, sweet, yeah. Painted those up, look nice. That's super awesome.
Sure.
So then, yeah, we're just getting here. We're getting ready to cash out the show for the night. We're 8 minutes down. Actually 7. We're getting to 7 minutes down to the end of the show, and so be a great time to also thank our sponsors, the Wicked Wookie, the Model Rocketeer, and Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC for cashing in and helping us cash out. You know what I mean? Like getting us here to the point to where we can continue to do what we do best: talk shit and play with plastic. Oh, I mean, entertain you guys. So. Super happy to be sponsored by Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC, the Model Rocketeer, and the Wicked Wookie. You guys are all awesome in all your own amazing different ways. Then we're also super happy to be doing, podcasts with great guys like Jake Parrot and Oni Mecca and Hiko Nito. Just doing constant podcasts with you guys all the time is always fun. Always gives us, content and things to talk about within the realm of everything. So it's super awesome. Then the last thing I want to talk about here, moving into the countdown on the clock, we are at safety. Here at WebC Official, we care about gunpla building safety. So if you don't have a good denim apron, I suggest you go out and get yourself one. They have like up to 30 different brands out there on the market where you can get yourself a great denim apron. And if you head over to our place or our sponsor at Clarksville Hobby Depot, and you can cash in on the God Hand apron discount. So if you go over there and check out that, you definitely get in on that apron. And here's the deal. If you get an apron and you're in Kitbash Gundam, get a hold of me and send me your apron, and I will custom detail your apron as a Kitbash Gundam member's apron. So you go on ahead and get you an apron from someplace. I recommend Scott over at Clarksville Hobby Depot to help you out with that. But it's up to you, really. And other than that, like moving forward with safety, the next thing after safety is positivity, right? And that's something we want to keep within our realm of scope and everything we're pushing forward with. And positivity means it doesn't mean we don't have time for negative things in life. It means we want to push forward the positive things that can change around all the negative things that happen. So if you find yourself to be a person that's having negative things constantly happening in your life, start trying to find the positives instead of dealing and struggling with all those negatives, and you'll be able to move forward at an easier and more steady pace, and the battle won't seem so impossible. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll open my door. So get with me, get with us, figure that out.
Yep.
Yeah, you can turn all that around into a new energy. Get that energy going in a positive direction, and things start to change. That's all you need is just a better direction and some new instructions, because the old ones just don't work.
Right.
Yeah, because everybody deserves a little chance to be happy, especially when you're doing something like this and you still can't find why you're not happy. And it's not really all that big a deal, and it's easy to kind of solve and get back on the right track so you can start having fun again. Because the more you start having fun, start attracting more of it.
Exactly. All right, and I got our last video of the night. We're going to let that scroll through a couple times, and then we'll end the stream.
I like that sound. It sounds good. Yeah, dude, this is awesome.
Kids, time for bed.